Welcome to the Friday free-for-all edition of the Nightly News. I do see you have guitars in the background there, but Ted, I doubt you watched the Oscars, but maybe you saw some clips. The production that won everything was an Asian production called Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, Anything You Want, Everything Goes. It's Hollywood. It's inclusion. I have to believe, because I did see Top Gun, there is no way that production was better than Top Gun. But Top Gun was kind of pro-American, and Anything, Everywhere, How You Like It, Dog Style, whatever the Asian production was that won everything, seems to be right in line with the Hollywood inclusion, diversity. We don't care how good you are. We're going to give it to you if you are gay, transgendered, foreign, anti-American, anti-Christ. I don't know. What's your take on that? And then I do want to talk about Kid Rock, and then I do want to talk about Chris Rock.
Well, I don't watch any of those award shows. They just leave me weak with confusion as to how human beings can plummet to such a level of dishonesty and dementia and corruptness and downright evil. When the President of the United States comes right out and says, if you're homosexual and have color in your skin, you qualify to be an airplane pilot. This whole equity scourge is the epitome of racism. It's the epitome of prejudice, of bigotry. They're literally judging by color of skin and gender confusion instead of content of character. You know, and again, I'll be 75 years old this year, and I'm having so much fun. It ain't right. Because I've always judged by content of character. My band, my crew, my friends, my hunting buddies, my weekly shit kicker brunch in Michigan and here in Texas, all the people that share campfires with me on the Spirit of the Wild lifestyle, they are always judged by integrity, honesty, punctuality, humor, cockiness, work ethic, and good over evil, goodwill, and decency. How dare I? According to the Joe Biden administration in Hollywood, I'm the racist.
Right.
And it literally is Planet of the Apes, Cuckoo's Nest, Twilight Zone, Clockwork Dayglow Orange insanity out there. And if you want to see it in the most egregious and offensive, evil way, tune into anything Hollywood does. Not anything, obviously, like you said, Top Gun had a great theme and great actors, great scripting, great performances, great directing. I'm not even aware of any of these other films because I'm not a spectator. I don't watch much. But what I do watch is when I see people judging by color of skin and actually giving credence to the dementia of gender confusion. And it's a dementia. I raced against Bruce Jenner when he was the ultimate man's man. He was the masculine toxicity effervescence hero of mankind. And then he got confused and had a mental breakdown of some sort. And again, I love them, and I have great empathy for these people going through this, but it's not a qualification. It doesn't mean you're a good policeman or a good welder because of the color of your skin or whether you cross-dress or not. So these are manifestations of a cultural deprivation that have been increasing over our lifetime. And I just always refer back to thank God I have music to escape the insanity. So thank you, everybody. By the way, I'd like to make a big announcement on Free for All Friday. What a great groove, huh?
Yeah.
Anyhow, I get carried away because I always get carried away because the music makes me do it. And we are announcing the Ted Nugent 2023 Adios, Mofo tour across the hinterland. Now, we're not going west of the Mississippi, but Greg and Jason and I, literally, we have flames coming out of our ass class because we want to be the Motown Funk Brothers and we want to qualify to be in the James Brown Famous Flames. And this year it's going to be the most intense, most dynamic, most uppity, most insane guitar tone and groove and grind and, shall we say, sexual intervention in the history of soundtrack gluttony. We are going to rock and roll like men possessed, and we welcome everybody to join me on, geez, I wonder what it might mean when I say, adios, mofo.
You know what, Ted? Zach just asked me to reach out to you, so you might want to text him. He wanted to get some advance notice of some of these dates because he wanted to, follow along there for a few days in a row so you and him can pick up guitars and play backstage, tell hunting stories, and, but just reconnect. So you might want to reach out to him.
I'll be reaching out to the Keith family, the Mark family, and all the real music lovers out there. And may I just take a moment to say, thank you, world. I hear from people from every corner of the planet who love my music, and I love you because you love the incredible talents and gifts of my fellow bandmates for the last 60 plus years, going back to Detroit. In fact, I'm having a shit kicker brunch with Jim Butler and Tom Noel, my drummers from 1960. Back in Detroit. So I keep in touch with these great musicians, and with Greg and Jason, we are at the top of our game right now. But thank you to people who love work ethic and attitude and piss and vinegar and energy and spirit and cockiness and fun. And the energy of my music is so universally appreciated by real music lovers all around the world. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. In fact, I have a new vinyl coming out called the Ted Nugent Vault from the Free For All sessions that has some instrumentals and some advanced attempts at making the music on the Free For All album. Some of the demos and stuff that were hidden in the archives. And
wow!
It's coming out because Jason Hartless is remixing all that stuff. So there's a lot of music going on. But yes, I don't watch the Grammys, because I don't even know what that music is. I don't watch the Oscars. I don't watch the Golden Globes. What I do is I take Happy Sadie and Coco and my .22 rifle, and we go kill squirrels because I have priorities.
You know what, Ted, on the topic of thank you, before I let you go today, I do want to thank you for turning me on to that Chris Rock special on Netflix. Man, I'll tell you, that was funny. And I'm going to be very curious because the last time I looked, Chris Rock filled all the boxes that the diversity crowd wants. I'm pretty sure Chris Rock is black. He was hilarious. He poked fun at all sides, as comedians do. I love the bit where he absolutely torched Will and Jada Pinky Smith, whatever it is. I thought it was hilarious. What final word, Ted? What was your take on that special?
Well, I've always liked Chris Rock. He's adequately cocky, and I've even enjoyed goofy leftists like Bill Maher, who seems to be growing up and educating himself. Very interesting. Jon Stewart on the Stephen Colbert Show. Very interesting. Jon Stewart and Bill Maher and Chris Rock sounding an awful lot like Ted Nugent these days because truth, logic, and common sense will find its way into your heart and soul and out of your mouth if you're just honest with yourself, because I genuflect at the altar of truth, logic, common sense, and honesty, goodwill, and decency. And Chris Rock is adequately cocky because even when Bill Maher is really stupid, poking fun at conservative causes, he's still funny. I still get a kick. A lot of people don't know this, but I was on Bill Maher's Politically Incorrect 16 times. And he kept having me back, much to his chagrin, because his producers went, this Nugent guy is really good. He's really a great sounding board against what you stand for. And he really makes it fun. I'm a fun guy. So what you love about Chris Rock and what I love about Chris Rock, and I expect everybody that's making this such a success, his recent Netflix special, is because he's a funny, outrageous, defiant, critical thinker. Chris Rock, I love you, buddy. I'm glad I'm not the only funny black comedian out there.
Hey, you know what, Ted? Tomorrow on the weekend edition, I guess there's no more game laws in America, and this is coming from love and respect for all the game laws, but apparently you can kill bald eagles now, and you can get away with it, which seems quite contrary to what your and my friend Chris Brackett went through for a very minor violation. What I know, you and I can talk about personal experiences and beyond, but very interesting. Bald eagles, I guess, are no longer protected. Let's reach out to the government and find out tomorrow on the weekend edition of the Nightly Nooch.
And let me leave you with a little music to cleanse your soul. It's a free-for-all, baby. You can tell it's me.